Black waitress serves disabled man for years until he hands her his keys and a shocking note. In the heart of a bustling city, there was a small, cozy diner called Maggie's Place. It was a haven for locals who sought comfort in its warm atmosphere and delicious food. Among the regulars was an old disabled veteran named Mr. Harris. He was a man of few words, with a stern expression that rarely softened. Every morning he would sit at the same corner table, sipping his black coffee and reading the newspaper. For years, the same waitress, Sarah, served him. Sarah was a young woman with a bright smile and a kind heart. She'd started working at Maggie's Place to support her family. Despite Mr. Harris's gruff demeanor, Sarah always greeted him with a cheerful "Good morning, Mr. Harris," and a genuine smile. At first, Mr. Harris barely acknowledged her. He would grunt in response and continue reading his paper. But Sarah was patient. She noticed the small things about him, how he liked his coffee extra hot, how he always ordered the same breakfast of scrambled eggs and toast, and how he would leave exactly $1 tip every time. Over the years, a silent understanding developed between them. Sarah learned that Mr. Harris was a Vietnam War veteran who had lost his wife many years ago. He lived alone in a modest house on the outskirts of town. Despite his solitary life, he was a man of routine and discipline. One chilly winter morning, Mr. Harris didn't show up at his usual time. Sarah felt a pang of worry but brushed it off, thinking he might have had an appointment or wasn't feeling well. However, as days turned into weeks, his absence became more noticeable. Sarah couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong. One day, as she was cleaning up after the lunch rush, the diner door swung open, and a young man walked in. He approached Sarah and handed her a small envelope. "Are you Sarah?" he asked. She nodded, puzzled. "This is for you," he said, before turning and leaving. Sarah opened the envelope to find a handwritten note and a set of keys. The note read, "Dear Sarah, thank you for your kindness and patience over the years. You were a bright spot in my days, and I'm grateful for your unwavering kindness. I have no family left, and I want you to have my house. It's not much, but it's yours now. The keys are enclosed. Take care of it, and may it bring you as much comfort as it brought me. With gratitude, Mr. Harris." Tears welled up in Sarah's eyes as she read the note. She couldn't believe the generosity of the man she had served for so many years. She decided to visit the house that very evening. When she arrived, she found a modest, well-kept home with memories of a life well lived. There were photographs of Mr. Harris in his military uniform, pictures of his late wife, and mementos from his travels. Sarah felt a deep sense of connection to the man she'd only known through brief interactions at the diner. As she explored the house, she found another note on the kitchen table. It read, "Sarah, this house is now your home. I hope it brings you joy and peace. You deserve it for all the kindness you've shown me. Live well and be happy, Mr. Harris." Sarah decided to honor Mr. Harris's memory by taking care of the house and making it her own. She moved in and filled it with laughter, love, and warmth. The house became a place where friends and family gathered, and it was always filled with the aroma of delicious meals and the sound of joyful conversations. Years later, Sarah would often sit in the same corner where Mr. Harris used to sit, sipping her coffee and reading the newspaper. She would think of him with gratitude and fondness, knowing that his kindness had changed her life forever. The experiences and preferences of disabled people can vary quite a bit. Some disabled individuals may appreciate certain accommodations or extra assistance when needed, as this can help make activities and environments more accessible and inclusive for them. However, many disabled people also strongly dislike being singled out or treated in a patronizing way that emphasizes their disability rather than their personhood. The key is to focus on providing equal access and opportunity while respecting disabled individuals' autonomy and dignity. Treating them with the same respect and consideration given to anyone else is generally preferable to undue special treatment. The most important thing is to listen to and understand the perspectives of the disabled individuals themselves. This story highlights themes of friendship, resilience, and the impact of genuine connections in a world often divided by superficial barriers.